Let me tell you what's wrong about the 50-50 debate. We've gotten so far removed from what makes marriages and relationships in general successful. When two people come together, they are like two companies merging, presumably coming together to form an even better and stronger company. When there is no clear direction or goals outlined, when there are no controls put in place to prevent bad decisions from being made, you quickly have a business headed for failure. Often, this comes from not having alignment established between the two parties. From a people perspective, this often materializes as a woman expecting to only show up with no skin in the game and not willing to invest in the success of the union, but instead either hiding company funds, so to speak, or creating frivolous expenses with little to no value to the company, aka the marriage. The common battle cry you hear from women, quote, "I'm not going 50-50 with no man." This is emphatically repeated among many of these women. But where did this come from? For many years, women have fought for equality for nearly every facet of life in general, and for equitable pay. Yet, they do not want equality in spending the money they now equally earn as their male counterparts, nor to contribute to the household. All this while expecting their man to earn even more than they do, calling it quote unquote having standards, but in reality continuing to create the imbalance and inequality they say they don't want. In a marriage, there's no such thing as 50-50 when it comes to who pays for this or that. In a marriage, both parties now have shared resources and marital assets where generally all income becomes the family's joint income, outside of pre-existing trusts or assets acquired prior to the union that could be legally classified as separate. So if you have $70,000 and she has $70,000, you now have $140,000 together. Plain and simple. Ideally, you come to an agreement on how decisions are made, and the husband, the protector, the provider, makes the final decision. That's called leading. Now, hear me when I say this. If your spouse lives by the mantra, my money is my money and your money is our money, end it ASAP. Your company's mission statement and reason to exist is not on solid foundation. You have a wife who is similar to what is referred to as a non-performing asset. This is where, in its current state, it's doing nothing for your bottom line. It's dead weight. You either have to fix it or get rid of it. And many women who think like this can't be fixed. Let's hear how far off the path this flawed mindset has gone. Can it be reversed? Listen for yourself and see. If you enjoy hearing discussions about real shit and no gossip, hit that like and the subscribe button for more content like this.
There's a video going around of a father saying he's raising his daughters not to go 50-50. You supposed to date a man or be with a man who pays 100% of everything from the moment he meets you.
Man, that's stupid. Yeah, ain't no man supposed to pay no 100% of everything when women done fought for equal rights.
Now, Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex, went on Angel Reese's podcast and was asked if her and Travis Kelce really broke up because he would make her split 50-50 on the bills. Her response was, "Do I look like anybody that would split anything?"
The who? 50-50. Remember they were saying that you said he was cheap, or they were saying that you were...
Oh, the splitting the bills.
The splitting 50-50, yeah, the 50-50.
Yeah.
Remember, what was the T on that?
Yeah, do I look like anybody that would split anything?
And she said, "No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on the bills?" Angel Reese said no, and then Kayla said, "Okay, so yeah, it was ridiculous."
So you guys broke up at that point because...
No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But he addressed
This
that.
is problematic. This is very problematic.
I'm paying from the time I meet you, I'm footing everything. You my slave.
Goddamn.
When I say do something, you do it. Because we in this together. I ain't in this by myself. We in this together. I'm not in this by myself.
Come on.
So so do they clean the house? Do they cook every day? So you have to serve this man now. So if you ain't serving me as a real, cause now, nah, man, he ain't grooming them to serve. He's grooming them to use men. And God created women to be a motivator. So
A muse.
a motive man to motivate and inspire to make better. So if I'm taking care of you, how do you make me better as a man? How do you help me step into my purpose? How do you help me align with whatever God I believe in? You see what I'm saying? So no, the woman is to inspire a woman takes little to nothing and makes it multiply. You supposed to be a team player.
I got the lamb. I got the Birkins. I got the heart.
Okay.
I don't pay no bills.
Oh.
If he coming like that, then yeah.
Wait a minute. You big loud on you don't pay no
I
bills.
don't pay no bills.
So you just stacking all that you. Come on, man.
That's
24
how it
and
supposed to be,
come
though.
on, stop
You
playing.
know what I'm saying? If he coming right, and he coming right,
Okay.
then you can. Then you
How financially taken care of do you expect to be when you're in a relationship with a guy?
I mean, he just needs to be able to take care of me 100%. Like, my money's my money, your money's our money, I feel like.
Okay, wait.
Need to pay the rent, or if I need something, you should make more money than me, is what my prerogative is. To the point where you're not worrying about my money. It's like, if I make a certain amount, you're making so much money that you can handle all of my bills.
And see, this is where they have the game flawed. First of all, there shouldn't be any errant or random bills. If you're together in a union, whether it be a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, or a marriage, it doesn't matter. The man should have oversight into what's coming in and what's going out. And if there is opportunity to shift or to shave off some of those expenses, whether it be if you got 4 or 5 different streaming accounts, streaming platforms, you have to consolidate that into one where it makes sense. Or if you have DoorDash or again, Amazon or wherever else expenses are going out that just don't make sense. You have to cut that off. You have to make a decision and say, hey, for the success of this relationship, we have to determine what is important, what's not important. And then we make concessions for those things that sit outside of that, where we can agree on what type of things that can come into the household. If we want to, go out to dinner, we plan for those things. If we want to have family trips, we plan for those things. We don't just randomly, haphazardly, just have money going out with no, with no oversight into, how it affects the family and the success of the relationship, the household.
And you're not expecting me to contribute financially.
Grandmama was a house slave. So grandmama go come over here and have wiping baseboards on Saturday, wiping the walls, getting behind the toilet. So learn to clean up as a kid. Learn how to wash clothes and separate the colors and the whites, and don't put the towels with the t-shirts. You learn that as a kid because mama is teaching you home economic skills. So now, for a man to teach his daughter that, them little go have to marry a white boy. Them have to marry a white boy. Because no man of today is gonna do that. Because women have fought for us not to do that. They have fought for us not to do that, homie. So why would we impede upon that?
Ladies, I don't care how independent you are. Don't let these sassy men make you feel like you don't deserve to be taken care of. You deserve for your life to be easier. You deserve for a man to come in and say, baby, I got it. You deserve to not have to want to snap at him and cuss him out. You deserve it. It's a man out there that really will, but you got to switch it up. You got to switch it up. Maybe you got to date a little up. Maybe you got to date a little out your race. Maybe you just got to try something different than what you used to. Because the man that you used to date, he ain't helping you.
But you know what? I agree with her to some degree. And that same thing should be applied to men. You have to switch it up. Don't let looks or a fat ass or whatever else that she may be giving you be the determining factor on how much you spend or you don't spend. You have to set your standards high, just like the women set the standards high. If she can't come in and add value to your life, she is not worth your provision and your protection, plain and simple. So in that, I agree. A man should have something, just like she said. A man should have a woman who comes in and makes his life easier. He should not be trying to handle a woman. He should not be trying to run up behind a woman. She should come in and make his life easier. Where he excels, where he covers the gaps where she doesn't, where she is weak at, and she covers the gap where he's weak at, and together they have a strong bond because they are complementing each other. Not compliment as in, hey, you look nice. Compliment with an E, meaning they balance each other. They are equally yoked. They have a common goal. Not this, this man, I can't go 50-50 with a man just because of this or because of that, because of whatever reason they come up with, or because some man's trying to be what they call sassy. No, man has to come in and be decisive, be a decision maker, be someone who puts his foot down. And a lot of these women need to have someone in their life to put their foot down. It's clearly lacking.
And you shouldn't be with no man that ain't doing nothing for you. And you shouldn't be with no man that's making you spend your money. Your money is your money. One thing I learned about all them...
This is a woman who's speaking like a woman who wants to be perpetually single. If you want to be successful at anything, you have to contribute something to it. You have to invest in it. Whether it be money, whether it be effort, whether it be time, emotion, whatever, you have to contribute. You have to invest in it. And when they come in like this, half-hearted, half-assed, they're not in it. But they make themselves easy to identify. Just leave them alone.
Old heads, people back in the day, their wife money was their wife money. They don't even know what's in her bank account because they take care of what's theirs. And anything a man loves, he takes care of. So ladies, come let the right man love on you so you could get everything that you want. Make your life easier. Don't let these men make you feel like you asking for too much. You not. You work hard, so you deserve it.
No, that's not true. We're talking about wants versus needs. When a man comes into your space and he's able to put a roof over your head, if he's able to provide for your family, put food in your mouth, have you a safe place to stay, have you a place where you are comfortable when you arrive, proud to come home to the place he's provided for you. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about being able to go shop on Fashion Nova, to be able to go and get, wig installs and lash installs and all that sort of stuff. That stuff is secondary. That's not to say there's no place for maintaining, your wife, your woman, that sort of thing. But we have what we call priorities, and a lot of women have priorities mixed up. Which is why, if you do the research, when we talk about, who's in the most debt, who are the most vulnerable or the most likely to buy things that you don't have any need for, you'll find that it's not the men, but the men have a part to play because they don't put themselves in a position. They are not putting themselves in a position to be the leaders that they should be. Just like they say, you don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You ask the fisherman. A lot of men need to not listen to some of this advice or some of these things that they hear women say that quote unquote real men should be doing. Going down that road, we'll never get on track. That's why we need to go back to the basics.
Don't settle, sis.
But let's just say, if he do that, he should have the right to cheat. If I'm paying 100% of everything from the time I meet you, I should be you because you are completely dependent upon me.
Yeah.
What I say go. You my child like. You don't bring nothing to the table but your and your hole in your mouth. What other value do I need you for?
Now, we're not talking about the women who actually do add value to a man, to a relationship. Someone who's supportive, someone who's inspirational, someone who he knows has his back. We're talking about the women who only want to show up at the finish line to collect a check.
So I should be able to put you up over here and pay everything and come over here and do what I want to do as a man.
And look at what happened. She caught herself flexing and got a bigger flex on her. Now he's with somebody he doesn't have to pay a dime for. So it didn't work. You lost them.
Meanwhile, I see these women in LA who have no job, but they have a ring on their finger and they're just at Whole Foods on a Tuesday afternoon. You know, I look at a woman like that and I'm like, damn.
But wait, there's more. Hang on
to somebody with more money that will do 50-50. Now he's with a tall glass of milk. Pause.
I don't think he paid for anything since he's been with Taylor Swift.
And that's the thing that a lot of women don't see. You have this man, just using this as an example, Travis Kelce, who was with a woman who had no value outside of what she looked like. And, you know, to be honest with you, now, while she's an attractive woman, that alone is not enough to keep a man who you want to build a future with. And that's why he left her. That's why he left her where, you know, he sent her back to the streets. She had no value. She was a leech. She was nothing worth keeping. And when you talk about this man could obviously afford to pay whatever she needed to have paid. But, you know, as a man, while we generally do not care how much a woman makes, at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're being used and abused and just being leeched on and just being juiced. And that's what the Kayla girl was doing. She was just good at juicing. And her argument was, well, do I look like someone who goes 50-50? No, you look like somebody who got left behind because you weren't worth anything. And so now this man has someone whose mindset, well, for one, she's productive and successful. You know, she's made her own way to the extent where they don't even need money. They don't even have to worry about it because it's already taken care of. She didn't have to do anything. When they go places, they have things given to them, but because she's earned that level of success and respect. Meanwhile, you know, the Kayla Nicole woman, she's so stuck in this flawed mentality that she'll always be exactly where she is, and she won't ever be anything more than what she is right now.
50-50. Not only that, you work in places people give you for free.
Most important thing for me, I'm a hard worker, and I want a woman that is also a hard worker too.
Okay. And Serena, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You said you wanted a hardworking woman, and I am not a hard worker. I don't want a job, so that's pretty much that.
And that's why she's on the Pop the Balloon show. Looking for a man to, obviously she's looking for someone to, just to ride the coattails, just to show up at the finish line. And she didn't win anything this day either.
That's cool.
I'm born to be feminine, not hard.
Kayla Nicole is again addressing the Travis Kelce breakup
Look at
issues.
you. You can't keep Travis Kelce name out your mouth, can you, Lauren? This is crazy.
Anyway, you guys remember they were dating from 2017 to 2022.
I was hating.
I didn't remember.
I was happy for my girl.
Okay.
You definitely had a picture in your
gorgeous.
phone.
You know, I wouldn't call it dating. I call she was something to do for him. She was a placeholder. Now, men, we know right away. It don't take long to figure out if someone that we're dealing with is worth keeping or not. She was something to do until he found a woman who was going to be a real woman, someone who was going to step up and show a man what a real woman is supposed to do. And once he found her, he sent her back to the streets.
We know her and wait, why are we doing celebrity news?
No. I'm just saying, why do we know? Where did we meet her as a coach, as the culture?
I feel like with her dating Travis Kelce.
Because you're an educated black woman.
Absolutely.
But people always try to attach you to your ex. Knowing that, like, how has that been? Because I don't know if you saw yesterday or 2 days ago, Tusi kind of said, like, he's tired of seeing baby mamas of rappers and, like, influencers becoming famous off of nothing. I guess if you're a baby mama, you shouldn't become famous, or, like, you shouldn't be. I guess he was saying that it's like they're not putting any work to be a celebrity.
Okay. Rumors were that she broke up with him because he was making her go 50-50 on things.
So your parents decides if you go 50-50 or not. So
Baby, I know her now. Living off the.
Exactly. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Do I look like I go 50-50 with someone? No, you look like you were a placeholder, and he showed you.
Parents, okay.
Women have fought hard to be equally treated like men. They even let women in men's sports. They even let women coach male sports. So everything is 50-50. When you're in a relationship, sometimes it's 70-40. Sometimes it's going to be 90-10. I might be 90 this time. You 10 next time. So it ain't never on the man 50-50. I 100.
What's your age?
27.
29. How long you been together?
About 7 months.
Yes.
When you go out together, who pays for the dates?
Oh, me.
Is there any reason why you don't take it upon yourself to cover the bill?
Wait, can I answer that? She has no problem at all covering the bill. Mind you, I said, we've only been 7 months. My birthday, I don't want to say the number that this woman spent on me, but I've never been treated the way this woman has treated me. She would not let me pick up a paycheck. If I touched her paycheck, she got mad. These boots I'm wearing, these ostrich skin cowboy boots she bought that I get compliments on all the time. This woman takes care of me, and that's why I want to take care of her so bad.
Why do you take it upon yourself to invest that much financially with him when you know you don't have to?
Honestly, I just appreciate him so much. I see what he does. I see he works hard, and why wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't I do something? Like, I even, like, offer, but he never lets me, you know.
You guys move in together. Is it going to be 50-50 or is it going to be 80-20?
It would more likely be 80-20, but at the end of the day, it's what works best for you. I know for a fact if I were to lose my career today, she would handle business.
Man, we do whatever we got to do to make it work. As a team, if we really a team, we do whatever we have to do to make it work. I might have to wash dishes and clean up and do clothes. So as a team and as a couple, we do whatever we have to do to make it work. It ain't no percentage game. You was just with Angel Reese after.
Yep, they were there.
If I was there, I would have said, no, you don't.
She's beautiful.
That's what you would have said. I said, you look broke. That's why.
That bitch is a genius. She's not a housewife, she's retired. She found a way to get her pension early, you know? It's a much more efficient way of earning income. Instead of, like, actually having to work to earn income, just use your power to trap a dude to earn income. That's what I should have done.
Would you want me to cover all the bills or would you want to go 50-50?
Definitely not 50-50.
Why should me as the man pay for everything?
You guys don't get birth. You gotta make up for it some way or another.
Would you quit your job and move with me anywhere?
If you make enough money, yeah.
Of my husband, he knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
It's easy to ride my wave, but I'm the one doing everything. I love Guapo, yeah, because I'm the one on the doing this. Like, this is my wave. When your wave come, oh, this is my wave. I'm a woman. You know, I had the kid in my stomach. I get all the money. Yeah, but that kid, when it came, I helped feed the kid. Okay. You feel me? Like, so my thing is like, I'm not saying that I want half the money. And truthfully, I might not even ask for the money. But I want the option to know that you're willing to share the money. Because that's for us. That's a come up. Now, if it's for the kid, then when they come, put it in a CD account.
Right.
Buy Bitcoin in. If it's all about the kids, all right, babe. It came in, all right, cool. Put it on the table. Let's put it in the bank tomorrow and buy him a Bitcoin or buy some gold. And now if you're going to your hair, vacation, some shoes, because the mall was packed. I was in the mall recently. Yeah, Gucci.
Everybody was getting wide
See, Gucci and Prada had long lines. All the high-end stores had no lines. So
I
y'all
ain't splitting.
And see, that's the thing too. If most men would be okay if, let's say, he had all the bills covered, and she had, she didn't have to contribute anything. Let's say she had just to get, maybe the groceries, the utilities, something like that. But if she came to him and said, "Hey, I know you're covering all the bills, but I want to show you that I'm in this with you. Tell me what we can do with the money that I have, the money that I put aside, so that it can better benefit the family." A man would have no problem with that. But what he will have a problem with is if you want to go and just blow money on stupid stuff that doesn't have any value outside of the person who's the manufacturer of whatever good you're buying that does not care about your household. I'm talking about you buying a Gucci, Louis, Prada, whatever. You buying a purse, you buying something. You're not adding any value to the family. All you're doing is you're making the owners of those companies richer. You're enriching their families, not your own, with frivolous spending.
The bills 50-50 with no man. I'd rather pay them by myself and be independent. So instead of splitting a $2,000 rent and having a band in your pocket, you would rather be broke just to say you didn't go half with a man. Exactly. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything as a woman. I do not think that is what that means.
I ain't going 50-50 with no I'm 100.
Why would you not choose not to go 50-50 with a man?
I haven't felt the recession, so I don't know. I haven't felt the recession. Shout out to sports betting.
Coming to pay half, wouldn't that be an asset and not a liability?
Yeah.
I ain't going 50-50.
That's right. When you actually make them think about it, there is no answer they can have that makes sense. This man is saying, hey, you go 50-50, you save half of the money you would have spent on your own in it. Half of the money you would have spent, and you get to keep it. But instead the answer is, well, I just ain't going 50-50 with a man because they're stupid.
Okay.
Do my profile picture look like I go 50-50 with it?
Like you're single. Look like you're married. Look like you have to pay them bills yourself until you get it together. It look like you're going to have a little small dog and some cats. You got to be lonely. It look like you're going to come and drop some off and go back home to his wife.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. One of the most amusing things is that a lady thinks that she can just hustle the hustle wallet between her legs into success in this world. And yes, a few ladies have did it. But most of them are low-key ex-workers, and you don't want to admit it that you're living that lifestyle. But you can go on and look up to who you want to look up to, but just realize that a man of status has a lot of choices to choose from. Enter Travis Kelce and Kayla Nicole. Yes, he switched it up and got the, as Mace called her, a tall drink of milk. Now, I'm not saying that who he got with was better looking. No, not indeed. But I bet you one thing, maybe there was peace and quiet at home. Maybe it was just what he wanted to do. Maybe he was tired of you. See, that's how the world works. When a man has a lot of options, he's not going to take a lot of BS. And yes, we can all hear the rumors that he wasn't spending a lot of money on her, and she was upset because he wasn't going 50-50. Of course, she's going to come with all that cabbage saying, no, that wasn't the case. But let's keep it real. What was it then? And who's your new man? Does he have the status that this man had? Is he a millionaire, a billionaire? Where is he at? All these ladies are always working on themselves, saying that they're moving on and that they made the decision to break up with somebody. But we all know the truth, ma'am. We can see the hurt on your face, and you're still talking about them. Make it make sense. Because a lot of men are wising up to the game and being very very selective who they waste their provision on. Because yes, a man does want to provide, but he has to provide for the person that makes his life complete. And guess what? You don't want to do it for 10 or 15 years and watch them abscond with everything that you built. So yes, men are being very selective in who they put a ring on that finger. Marriage rates plummeting. And women are always yelling, no wife duties without that wedding ring. Don't hate the player, hate the game. If you're going to give it up, then they're going to take it.
Am I told for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling? When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid-six-figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near-fatal accident.
They always be saying they want a traditional woman, like, oh, can you cook? Can you do it? You not a traditional man.
Thank you.
Be
Tell
a
them
traditional
again.
man. Is you even a breadwinner, boo? Can you change a tire?
Shut up.
Have you built a house, baby? Y'all want traditional women. Y'all not traditional men.
God damn it! You can't make this up.
Bill now.
I hate them.
That's messed up.
I hate all of them. Anyone like that, I dislike you. I despise you. You shouldn't be married. And that's the problem. Women take advice from battered women and ruin their relationships.
And there you have it. Further proof why men should be very, very deliberate and very aware of the women they choose to form a relationship with. Now, while we don't care, again, how much money they make, what kind of work they do, just as long as they are doing something that they love and that's honorable, we do care about the value that they bring to our lives, because we are joining together. We are bringing our families, we're bringing our resources together to form a union, a successful union. You can't have success with how a lot of these women out here today are moving. Choose wisely, fellas.